News hot off the press. I've just finished reading a media release by the Honourable Minister Claire O'Neill, which is the Minister for Home Affairs, and it is to do with some of the migration changes outlined in their strategy. This is an important one that you don't want to miss because it's to do with the 485 English and when it's coming into effect, which is going to be on So what is the important date when these changes are happening? It is the 23rd of March 2024. Let's start with the first big change, which is English. Gone are the days of now having 6 overall, minimum of 5 in each band of IELTS or equivalent. And gone are the days of having an English result that you did within the last 3 years. That is now changing to a 12-month validity. In addition to that, the English is increasing to 6.5 overall with a minimum of 5.5 in each band if you're doing IELTS. If you're doing PTE, which is the other most common one, there is now an overall score of 57 that you must attain. And in addition to that, we've got the listening here, which has got to be 43, reading 48, speaking 42, and writing at 51. So it is now a lot more difficult to attain the English result. Now that is not the only difference that's happening there, because if you're from Hong Kong, you are very, very lucky. There is a concession there that you can still use the old English requirements. So if you're from the USA, the UK, Canada, Ireland, you still have those exemptions from English. So don't stress thinking you need to go and do an English test, even though I think some of you sometimes need to. Now, what are some other changes that are happening? English, they are also increasing for student visas. Basically, it's now going from 5.5 overall to 6. In addition to that, there's also the introduction of the GST, not the goods and services tax, the genuine student test. They are removing the genuine temporary entrant for a student visa and replacing it with the genuine student test. So it's interesting to see how that's going to play out because there is still a ministerial direction to be released so we know what that will entail. Fourthly, the re-imposition of no further stay conditions that's going to happen on a lot of tourist visas. That essentially means that the department is cracking down on people coming on tourist visas into the country and then doing a student visa. So they are going to impose no further stay, that's condition 8503, on a lot more tourist visas these days. So if you're offshore wanting to come to Australia as a student, make sure you apply for a student visa. We'll keep you up to date with more of these changes as they're released in the coming weeks. We'll see you soon.